Welcome everybody to the Dead Unicorns presentation of Cyber Samurai Saturday. That's right! We're here playing Legend of the Five Rings, the samurai role-playing game. I'm Corey, I'm the Game Master. I'm here with Matt, Tarek, and Crystal. And today, we are playing the supplemental adventure to Winter's Embrace, The Scroll or the Blade. Yeah, this game will mostly be a little bit of Winter's Embrace, with most of it being the Scroll or the Blade. This adventure takes place right in the middle of Winter's Embrace. So if you're wondering where the rest of Winter's Embrace is and why this is the video, yeah, it's a little confusing. There's notations probably in the description or at the end cards, or check the playlists. It's all there. I promise you, there'll be pointers telling you where to go. So, pay attention to those. My goodness. In fact, let me redo the title here to The Scroll or the Blade. So, these guys, we're going to do the 30-second recap. But before we do that, let's talk about the Patreon real quick. I know Tarek has something to say about the Patreon. These guys scrolling up in the corner. By the way, this is our stage now. This is what the screen's going to look like. I don't have big bubbles right now, and that's because we lost a player. We lost Josh.
Oh, no.
Shiba Noe. He will not be coming back for the foreseeable future. We are not going to replace his character or his spot here at the table until Winter's Embrace is completed. In which case, I'll probably bring somebody else in so we can have 4 players. Until then, he'll be an NPC. Up in the corner is scrolling our patrons who support this channel. I thank all of them for their support. And if you go to my Patreon, you can find cool new cool adventures like these that I've been hawking for ever and ever and ever. But we have something new, and I want Tarek to talk about it for just a second. So if we get 100 patrons, we would like to create a ultimate character sheet for Roll20. If you're doing role playing online right now for L5R, one of the best places is Roll20. But their character sheets are lacking, and we're coming up with a vision for a new character sheet. Tarek, would you like to say a little something about this vision?
Yeah, there's a lot of things that we want to try to improve about the character sheet. We've kind of touched on some of those things through the course of the game about how we'd like to have more integrations with the roll and keep system, potentially void expenditures, automatically choosing stances. There's a whole slew of different changes that we're looking at making and improving about how the character sheet functions. If this kind of goes well, we're kind of hoping to maybe explore other game systems, other character sheets, and see what we can do to improve those systems. Yeah, so there's a lot of things that we're going to be discussing, me and Corey behind the scenes, on how we can better improve the layout and functionality, the user experience overall of the character sheets, and I'll be trying to work up some code to try to get all of that taken care of.
So if that's your jam, if that's something you would like to see happen, please consider supporting us on Patreon. As soon as we get 100 members, 100 patrons, the work can begin in earnest. So, with that said, let's go to our 30-second recap. If you don't know how the 30-second recap works, well,
It's a recap that takes 30 seconds.
for each person. You'll figure it out. We're just gonna go now. I've been talking about it for too long. So, starting with me, 30-second recap time. The samurai have been tasked by Kakita Ryoku to find out what's going on with the Mantis and why they're here at Winter Court. In doing so, the players have found out that there are 2 people vying to become the Crown Prince's bride, Megami of the Mantis and a crane named Chioe. They're both going to be in a drama, a play, and it is up to the PCs to do something.
Something.
I'm sure this is the greatest place for Tarek to pick right up, so Tarek, off you go.
Yeah, so Ikomakage is an individual who loves being a little bit larger than life, and what better opportunity to show off and be larger than life than to take part in a play in front of the Emperor. So Kage gave his best performance to Doji Shigeru, who is the director of the play currently. He's I think the producer as well. And was cast in one of the male lead, and is now going to offer the lead role to Megami, the Mantis delegate.
Representative.
Representative. And I will go ahead and call it there and pass it over to Togashi Tatsuo.
All right. Well, Togashi Tatsuo is an affable but very blunt Isezumi from the Dragon Clan, and his mission right now is to try to procure Koku, so that way he can somehow feed both the peasantry and the samurai of the Dragon Clan. And he just had a very unpleasant one-sided discussion with a Crane Clan member. So currently, right now, he's out to look for Shikayuki so he can set in motion other plans. All right, and Hida Nozomi.
All right. Well, at this meeting, Hida Nozomi noticed Kakita Ryoku seems to have some ulterior motives in getting Lady Megami cast. Probably wants to make a fool of her in some way, but I have no idea how. But she also had her meeting with the Asahina, and things are looking up for her deal.
Okay. That's a pretty good recap, everybody. Unfortunately, no one brought up one specific detail that needs to be talked about, so no one gets any void.
The Phoenix Dragon funeral?
The Phoenix Dragon funeral, which will be the plot today of the scroll or the blade. But, first, we have a little thing to resolve over at the Minor Clan guest house, as Togashi Tatsuo arrives this evening. He is led in by the servants, and they ask what his business is.
Tatsuo states that he would like to speak with Shikayuki if she is available at this time.
Okay. They will say that Shibayuki is deep in her work, and that she does not have time this evening to speak with anybody.
Okay, so he'll see if he can schedule a meeting sometime in the future at her earliest convenience.
They say for the next 2 days, if not 3 days, her schedule has been booked because of this upcoming funeral in which she is a honored guest and one of the people who are putting it together.
Oh, yeah.
And then she is in negotiations.
Figure out the clan stuff.
She is in negotiations on behalf of a client, and that will take up most of her time.
Okay. Well, Tatsuo wouldn't want to impose himself on her schedule, so he'll see if he can speak with her, essentially on the 4th day after all that business is taken care of. So, if anything, he'll excuse himself and bid everyone a good night and head back towards the Dragon Clan embassy and call it a night.
Okay. Off to the Dragon Clan embassy. So that is the end.
For now.
Of day 8.
The end of day 8, yes. The
Day
end
9.
for now of Winter's Embrace.
So on day 9, basically it says on day 9, y'all are supposed to go to the theater and try and get Megami into the play. But fortunately for you, you've already done that. Or...
somebody has.
Yes, somebody has already done that. So, it's a free day until the evening in which you have a funeral to attend. And as the guards. So, I'm going to go around the table real quick. Hopefully you don't have something that will take up the entire game so we can get to the Scroll and Blade. Yeah. So, let's start with Togashi Tatsuo. Is there anything you're doing right now?
Man, like I thought the funeral would take place sometime along the daytime, or like, so if it's gonna be happening in the evening, like I haven't really planned out how I would fill my time in the morning or afternoon. Shoot.
Well, you can take the time to de-stress, heal up, get your stress levels all the way down to 0, if you like. Time in the gardens, time doing your passion, whatever your passion is. I have forgotten. Something with animals, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, like definitely animal
with
bond.
Momo?
So like I think
for a
he'll
walk.
take a relaxing stroll around the cherry blossom path with Momo, or the thousand blossom path with Momo.
Okay.
After doing a little bit of training.
What about Hidenozomi?
Well, in the morning, the usual breakfast. Then, yeah, I don't really have any plans. Assuming I haven't gotten a letter from Lady Asahina. I'm supposing not.
No, not.
It's pretty soon.
It's pretty
Yeah.
early for that.
So, I'm just gonna visit the fantastical gardens.
All right, and last is Akoma Kage. Is there anything you're doing this day before the funeral that is of any importance?
I'm gonna send a letter to Megami just to inform her about the new role in the play.
Okay. You'll get a letter back later that day, saying thanking you for the role and that she will be at rehearsal. And you'll have rehearsals today, so.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Is there anything you want to do about the script?
Oh, right. The director gave you the option to, look through it and make it even better.
Yeah, can I go through it and see if there is anything that I can, obviously improve? And then maybe, I don't want to take anything away from Chioe's role, but I would like to give a little bit more spotlight to Megami, if it's at all possible, or to, encourage that role to be, make it easier for her to build up on that role.
Okay.
Impressed.
Changing the script. This is going to be, I believe, a composition role.
It should be.
I believe. Well, what's your approach here? Let's ask for an approach.
I'm
Restore-
assuming invent, trying to create, or either invent or refine. I think would be appropriate.
Refine.
Refine sounds the best.
Refine sounds the best, but I will allow you to do invent as well. I will also allow you to do adapt. because this was a no play that's been adapted to Kabuki, so you might want to look at the old play and see if there's places.
Good point. You know what? I'm gonna do adapt,
Okay.
and I'm gonna spend a void.
All right. Because you chose adapt, the TN is going to be 4. There were easier ways to do it, but you chose adapt.
Ooh, well, that
That is not
explosive,
great.
that explosive may
still have
save
a
you.
chance.
I have a very small chance. Yes. Bloop.
Ugh, well, so close.
Well, you got some opportunity there.
Actually, before I re-roll that, I should say I'm a perfectionist, and I shouldn't have chosen water because that plays right into my flaw. So technically, you can force me to re-roll 2 of those dice. Oh no, I'm sorry. I just gain.
You just gained some
I
strife.
gain
Get
3
strife.
strife
You
Yeah.
gained 3 strife. Gain 3 strife.
and a void.
And a void.
So
Because
I'm
you
gonna
failed.
get 6 strife and a void. And then I'll keep all of them, all of these dice. So 3 successes and 2 opportunity,
3
and I'll spend the
strife.
2 opportunity to try to, I guess, improve as best I can. Like, make earnest attempts to like improve, or maybe try to do it quickly, so that there's enough time to get feedback and like make better edits, make more edits.
Okay. That's good. You used your opportunity to like to basically shop around your ideas
Yeah.
and get feedback so you know it's not good, so you can possibly make another attempt if you have free time later. But you don't have free time later because you have rehearsals.
Yeah.
And then everybody meets up for the funeral. Y'all all have your letters. Basically, you were told that you all got letters. That the Dragon and Phoenix, that you receive a message that you are going to be guards at this funeral, and that the Dragon and Phoenix are in dispute over the child Masayo's adoption. Tension between the 2 clans is high regarding this. So you should review that letter. I hope you saved it somewhere.
Oh, you mean the letters from last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it in my notes.
So
Me too.
everybody is going into the hills above Kakita Castle. Where there is a temple. Where is this? The temple at Kyudendoji. The esteemed palaces of the Crane, also known as Kyudendoji, stands atop the white cliffs on the eastern shore of Rokugan. However, nestled in the hills behind the Grand Castle, beyond the surrounding city, and atop a winding staircase, is a Shinseist temple complex. Comprised of several white and gold buildings, with red tiled roofs, each fashioned to hold up to 100 guests, with the main temple large enough to house 250. Ornately carved 12-foot high heavy wooden doors, fashioned from a single oak tree, welcome guests to the comfortable interior. Spacious, and simple. The temple contains polished wooden floors and row after row of kneeling mats before reaching a raised platform that monks use to give their sermons. As you survey the crowd of dragon and phoenix delegates assembling in the temple, you observe a short man with a round face and rosy cheeks, dressed in fine clothing adorned with the mon of the imperial family. He smiles when you see him and approaches. With him is a young girl, no more than 12 years of age. With one hand, she fidgets with her kimono, seemingly uncomfortable with its material, while with the other she keeps a firm grip on a tattered straw-filled doll, whose right eye hangs by a thread. The man bows and says, "I am Mia Bunji, herald of the Mia family and imperial cartographer. This is my ward, Maseo." Of course, Hida Nozomi has already met Mia Bunji.
Yep. I will bow to him and say it's a pleasure to meet you again. And a little bow to Miseo and say it's a pleasure to meet you as well.
She gives a kind of a weird kid bow.
I give the child a very warm bow, and a very warm, comforting smile. Not the kid's fault for what happened. This must be a difficult time for them.
I'll also commit to, or Tatsuo will also commit a warm bow towards the both of them, the Imperial and the child.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't give a warm bow to the Imperial. I give a very professional, curt,
Well, there's
Yeah.
only time to give one bow.
Yeah.
He says,
Okay.
he says, when you meet a group of people, you don't bow to each one. You give one bow.
Well, then what I'll do is I'll give a professional bow and I'll give a warm smile to the child. Put it that way.
So, he asks, he says, I wish to know more about my guards here for this procession. What do you do? What are you interested in? I obviously from your clans, I'm already acquainted with Hida Nozomi. But I was informed you're Togashi Tatsuo and Ikomakage, and that you have some renown.
Well, I do hope that my reputation the reputation preceding me is a positive one. I have been associates with Hida Nozomi for some time and have trained as an Ikoma Omodasu. In addition to that, I also serve as Emerald Magistrate and am here representing the Lion Clan at Winter Court.
And
I was honored to be asked.
And an Imperial Magistrate. Perhaps you can either regale me with the story or tell me of an investigation.
I would be more than happy to. In fact, I am going to be participating in the upcoming play in Winter Court. If you have time, I would be glad to ensure that you have a place inside of the theater.
I'm sure I can secure a place in the theater, but I would definitely like to hear a story.
I would be happy to share a story.
Great, make a story check.
Okay. I'm going
By
to
the
tell...
way, before we go any farther, and I forgot to say this before at the beginning, if you are a night level patron, you can enjoy our poll, which you can vote for your favorite character in L5R and then give them in this game, and then give them a free success on any one thing that they want to do during the game. And we have a winner.
Ooh.
We have a winner. It is a Komakage. Komakage, during this game, you get a free success. It is a success without bonus successes. It is a success without opportunities. You can use the success. You can use this automatic success after you make your roll.
Nice.
So,
All right.
That is
like
what it is.
add a single die that's a success?
No,
or
no, you throw
just
out
be
your-
like,
You throw out your entire
I get
roll.
to do it.
Yeah, exactly. It's done. I did it. That's what it is.
So, I will keep that in mind for this game. I may not use it on this roll specifically unless I really botch it, because I'm pretty good at performance. But here's the story that I want to tell. I want to tell the tale of my namesake, my original namesake. I was originally named Ikoma Seinari, and Seinari is a daimyo of the inside of the Ikoma family, who trained under Akodo Totori, and when she was a child, she was raised inside of Unicorn Lands and was left by herself. She like wandered off from her family and got stuck for 3 days and 3 nights because a viper was about to bite her, and she stepped on its neck to try to keep it from biting her and stayed there alone, survived the whole 3 days while everybody was looking for her, showing extreme resolve in the face of absolute danger and the honor of her family, which is why she named herself after the serpent. So that is the story I'm going to tell. It is a very interesting and dramatic story and talks about the resolve and honor of children.
We'll see if it's interesting. Make your roll. It is a TN2 roll.
Okay, I'm going to use a charm approach because I'm trying to ingratiate myself to these people.
Sounds good.
Splito. I will take the success without strife, the explosive success with strife, and the opportunity.
All right, great. You already succeeded, but you can explode your die.
I will explode my die. Or another success and opportunity.
Opportunity.
So I will make both successes to. I'm gonna try to use these for effect, not necessarily something directly out of the book, but to try to warm the hearts of the two people that I'm talking to, and kind of entertain as best I can.
You get
Make
a
it
nice,
jovial. Fun.
You get an enraptured child listening to your story, and the other two, your two fellow PCs, the Togashi and Hida-san, you get a really cool story.
It's not bad.
If you had any strife, I would have reduced your strife by 1. But too bad.
Right, I forgot to.
Actually, you know what else I will do?
Back down at 0.
I will use my technique to take up to 4 strife off of the child.
Okay.
So if the child was strifed or stressed out from
She does
being
not
at
have.
this funeral,
Actually, she does have strife.
so I will take some strife off of her.
That's not surprising.
This is the funeral for her parents, after
Yep.
all.
Yeah. That was my aim, was to cheer up the kid. So that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, that's a good job. Actually, that might help you out in the future. Togashi Tatsuo. After the story is completed, Miyabunjo will move over to you. Togashi Tatsuo. What is it that you do?
Well, I am a Isezumi, and I was tasked to stand guard as the funeral will be proceeding this evening, and just remain vigilant for this evening.
You don't have any special skills? What makes you qualified to be a guard? Beyond your, of course, lineage as a samurai.
Well, along with my fellow samurai here, we have gone after a Maho Sukai across the Shadowlands months past.
That must have been harrowing. Did you learn anything about surviving in the Shadowlands? How do you hunt a Maho Sukai? Did you fight any Oni? And what's the best way to dispatch an Oni? Please, I'd like to know these things.
Well,
Do you have a skill at all that helps in this?
well, I do have an array of Kiho that allows me to.
I'm saying out of character. Do you have a skill? I'm looking for a skill. that like
skill?
represents you?
That would represent Tagashi. Aside from his martial skills, like that's probably the only way he can probably validate himself if he has to validate himself in front of this Imperial. I can do like the aura of Body as an Anvil, like I did with Chioe, if that will impress him.
Sure. Make my body as an anvil roll.
All right. And it's also linked to my school technique, so I will. Okay, definitely keeping that explosive success, the regular success, and let's see. I wonder if I should take an opportunity. Yeah,
Well,
I'll
you're
go
the
ahead and
one
take an
that knows
opportunity
how
to
it
kind of like really like impress him with this technique. So I'll go ahead and re-roll that
Well,
explosive.
you're not re-rolling, you're adding a die.
Hmm?
You're adding a die if you're doing
All
explosive. Or unless you have a special ability. I don't think you have a advantage that lets you re-roll anything.
Not that I'm aware of.
So
Like
you're gonna explode the die to add a new one.
yes,
That's right.
See if I can get a burst effect a bit. Yeah, all right. I'll just use it to impress.
Okay.
Like both opportunities.
So how many successes did you make? Are you taken?
2.
2 successes? All right, great. And how many successes do you need for the keyhole to activate? 1?
Let me take a look. It's a TN3 meditation, but it's also like linked to a tattoo. So
It's
like
reduced
it
by
is
your
a
school
school
rank.
technique.
It's
My
reduced by
fire
your
school
so
rank
it's a TN1,
is
yes. Okay, so you do your body of an anvil technique. He nods and says how impressive it is, and we move on to Hidenozomi, who is last, and says, Hidenozomi, I know we've met before, but I did not get a sense of your actual abilities. What is it you do?
Well, as you might expect from the crab, I am very good with melee battle. And
Oh, battle.
I am also a magistrate for the clan.
Oh, perhaps you can tell me something about an investigation, or if you know something about battle, you can tell me about battle formations. I would love to hear something about that.
It's certainly.
So what skill are you using? What approach are you using?
I mean, I guess I could use martial arts melee if you
Battle
think
is
that's
a skill.
appropriate.
Oh,
You mean
It would be like
command?
tactics.
Yeah, it'd be tactics. Tactics to talk about battle formations and things of that nature.
Okay.
If you just want to show off your martial prowess, that's like, yeah, I can. Here's my kata with my hammer or whatever.
Well, yeah, I'm not very skilled in tactics. I'm good at smashing things and
Okay,
at
well, you can talk about your hammer.
commanding people.
You have to use a social approach here. So you can charm him with your knowledge of
Sure.
fighting, or reason with him, or incite him, or trick him, or enlighten, however you wish.
Might as well go with charm. Charm him with my skillful battle performance.
All right, TN2.
Oh, very nice.
Oh wow. Okay. 2 of those. I'm gonna say the
It doesn't
success
really
with
matter that much what
opportunity.
you pick.
skill die, and the ring die that's just an opportunity. Please
Let's
re-roll
try.
those because you're dealing with an Imperial.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's how it works, right? Is that? Let me double check your disadvantage here.
I think so. Let me...
I think it depends on whether it's a anxiety or an adversity.
Yeah, I think it.
Imperial families. Reroll 2 dice showing success or explosive success when a flaw hinders you on a check.
Okay. Please do. Do you get anything like a void or anything if it fails?
If you fail, regain a void.
Okay. I don't think you'll fail, but
With only a TN2, no.
but I'm gonna make you re-roll anyways because it's your disadvantage.
So, it specifically says success or explosive success. You told me to redo the one with the opportunity.
Yes, the success
So-
with the opportunity. So
Yeah, and then you said the one with the opportunity as well.
no. The ring die success and the success with opportunity skill die. Those are the two I want you to re-roll.
Okay. Oh well. It doesn't matter really anyway.
Well, tell me what you keep in there.
Super Heater Smash.
I'm just gonna keep 2 successes and call it good.
Okay. Everyone here succeeded except for, well, Tagashi Tatsu didn't succeed because he used a Kiho and not a skill with a social approach, which he was supposed to do.
It's because monks go at the beat of their own drum.
Best answer I've heard so far.
Rice Daddy.
Shiba
Rice Daddy
Noe,
needs to take care of his rice patty.
Shiba Noe will talk about theology and religion to Mia Bunji, and he'll nod to that, and then he'll say, "Well, I'm glad that I have such skilled guards. I'm sure nothing will happen during the ceremony, but I'm glad to have you nonetheless. I do wish to speak with you at a later time.
Certainly.
After the funeral, if that is all right with all of you, if you don't have anything on your schedule."
Certainly.
Outside
That
of
is an agreement.
outside
Keeps
of
in
our
mind.
duty here at the funeral procession, I believe that we would be more than available. Whenever it is convenient.
Glad to
for
hear
you.
it. Good. Well, I hope you enjoy the ceremony, Masa, and they'll both bow, and they'll go towards the main table where the honored guests will sit. As they're leaving, everyone can make a TN3 Theology Earth check.
Ooh.
Let's see. Oh, let me
Does
those down.
does this in any way have anything to do with historical context or recalling some information that would be related to historical context?
No, this is symbology.
Okay.
Okay. I am gonna keep that explosive success and the 2 opportunities without strife.
I will succeed.
All right.
You will
I
succeed.
fail.
Right. Tarek's using it. He's succeeding. Mark it off. Thank
Like
the
I had this
patrons.
feeling in the back of my head.
Wait, what?
Use a void. Use a void. I'm like, nah, I shouldn't use a void for that. I should have used a void.
So, Tarek, what you know? This is recall. You've seen that symbol before, or symbol. You notice a birthmark on Masayo's neck, just right under her right ear. It is, but the birthmark is in a specific shape, and it is eerily similar to the symbol for Yamakaze, the fortune of mountain winds.
You spell
Okay.
Yamakaze?
Yama as in mountain, kaze as in wind.
Okay. Is it 2 words or 1?
It's one word. So Yama like Fujiyama, and
Yeah.
kaze like kamikaze.
Yep. Got it. Right just under her right ear. Shape of symbol of Yamakaze.
The fortune of mountain winds.
Okay. For my opportunity, I would like to use one of them to remove the strife I gained for this check, and the other two to suddenly recall an important piece of information not directly related to the task.
Alright, an important piece of information not directly related to the task. You look at some of the dragon and you look out over the crowd of people, and it is all dragon and Phoenix clan members. There are no other clan members here besides them, except for Masayo, Miyabunji, and Shiba Yuki.
Shikayuki?
Or Shika Yuki.
I was
sorry.
gonna say Shiba Yuki?
Shika Yuki.
I was like,
Okay.
Shiba is Phoenix.
Shika Yuki. The Deer Clan person you spoke to before.
She was at the party. Party.
Okay. We're at a private party.
Yes, you are.
So, I'm gonna try to do my best to keep my eyes like sharp for what's going on, but the Lion Clan have asked me to take record of what occurs here. So I'm also going to be trying to keep my eye out for details about the ceremony, what's going on, what's discussed, that kind of stuff,
Right.
so that I can notate it.
As the last rays of sunlight fade over the distant horizon, you survey the congregation. Banners displaying the Mons of the Dragon and Phoenix clan adorn the walls, while at the front, 2 priests and their attendants address the assembly. Seated in the front row are Miyabunji and Masayo, and a middle-aged woman dressed in the robes of the deer. This is Shiba Yuki.
Shika Yuki.
Shika Yuki.
Shika, shika.
It's brown and white, a stark contrast among the sea of red and green robes. You hear Masayo faintly crying between the monks' chants as the cold wind whistles through the cracks in the framework. The priests are chanting, offering thanks to the kami and allowing for Masayo's safe return from the Dragon and Phoenix Mountains. And they chant the accomplishments her parents made during their lives. Y'all can make a TN1 performance roll. It's going to be performance water, or performance void, or performance air.
Air, water, or
It's going to
void?
be survey, analyze, or sense. One of those is going to be harder than the others, though.
I'm going with water.
Okay?
And you said performance, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll go with air
And
to analyze.
Togashi Tatsuo.
I will do performance void.
Okay.
And I will also add add an extra void, or
Really? It's
use my
TN1.
void to improve this.
It's
It's
TN1.
TN1.
Oh, TN1? Okay.
For
Pardon?
Tarek, though, it is TN2.
Oh, so hard.
Just saying, it's different for
Yeah, I know.
different approaches.
I will keep the 2 explosive successes and the opportunity.
I'll keep the
planning on
success
doing?
and would it behoove me to use the explosive?
You tell him.
It's TN1.
All right, I'll go ahead and re-roll that explosive.
Okay, take the
I'm
not
just
gonna
gonna take the 2 opportunities without strife.
See, and you know what? I'll
The 2
keep,
opportunities? You mean
all
the
the
2
I mean,
successes.
successes.
Right.
I'm not keeping any of the rerolls. I'm just going to keep the initial 2 successes and the opportunity.
Okay, nobody... oh, you have opportunity?
Yeah, I have 1 opportunity.
Okay. I'm not taking those explosive successes. Of course.
You have to.
You have... If you re-rolled it, you took it. Or not re-rolled.
All
If
right.
you added a new die, you took that die. So
All
you
right.
have to take all that strife. All that strife inside that junk. Inside your trunk.
Put it in your
Okay.
trunk and smoke
But you don't
it.
have to take the last die you rolled.
Okay.
So I did get 2 successes and an opportunity. I will use that opportunity for things and such.
Okay. So, y'all notice that the priests are kind of, they're embellishing, it seems, everything that they're saying a bit. Kage notices, Kage theorizes with his opportunity that it's probably because they don't know much about these people. So whatever they do know, they're like, you know, raising the roof on.
A small honor.
Right. This is before the days of the friends and family doing the talking.
So during the service, you notice that the dragon and the phoenix are getting a little anxious next to each other, and you know, some of them are like, when their side is praised, they kind of, you know, run with it a little. So the phoenix are like, yeah, when man, I gotta the names of these two. When Shiba Miku is talked about, they'll get a little rowdier, and then when Kitsuki Taiki is talked about, the dragon get a little rowdier. So tensions are getting a little high as things start to proceed. And then everyone starts hearing the winds outside begin to intensify.
I'm keeping my eye as close
As what?
as I can to the child.
Well, you can all make a theology, seafaring, or sentiment check. Just tell me what kind of approach you're using.
Theology, seafaring, or sentiment.
Yes.
Seafaring.
I
guess-
will do theology.
Okay.
I will do. I'm gonna do sentiment, and I guess analyze
Okay, that's what? Fire?
air.
Air? Alright. That's TN4.
Oh.
You're doing, what are you doing, Matt? You're doing theology.
The theology. I think I'll also go with sense.
You'll go with sense?
Yes.
Okay, and
Sentiment. And I'm checking out the whole place, really. So
survey water?
for water.
okay, both you and Kage, Nozomi and Kage, you have a TN of 4. Togashi Tatsuo, you have a TN of 2.
Ooh.
All right. Okay, I will keep. Let's see, all three.
So close. So close.
Okay, re-roll those.
Actually, for Kage, since you said you were specifically noticing Masayo, I'm going to give you a lower TN of 3, so you actually made it.
Okay, cool.
Because
Yeah,
you
I'll
did
keep
say,
all three
you
of
did
those
say that
together.
specifically. I think you
Yeah.
have an idea of what's going on already, so...
I have a feeling.
I will keep all those successes.
Okay.
And I will spend a void to get rid of 10 strife because I'm getting really strifed up.
Can you do that?
I have Courtier's Resolve as a technique, which
Yep,
lets me
he's got a thing for
reduce-
that.
reduce my strife equal to my glory rank, and my glory rank is 100, so it's 10.
I ought to get
have
myself
the one that
some
lets
of that.
you reduce your not your strife, your
Yeah, your
basically your
fatigue.
damage.
Yeah, I have Warrior's Resolve too, but
That's a
it's not
Shuji.
useful. Yeah, one of them's a Shuji, one of them's actually I think they're both Shuji. No, one
I
of
can
them's a
learn
kata.
Shuji, so I think Tatsuo will want to talk with you about that technique.
One of them is a kata, and the other one is a Shuji. The
Yeah,
Warrior's
Warrior's
is a Shuji.
Resolve is a kata.
So Hida Nozomi is blissfully unaware, but the other two, you, as the ceremony is like coming, getting towards the end, with everybody getting rowdy, with what are you saying?
I'm just gonna use my opportunity to keep a black die set to opportunity.
Okay. With everybody getting a little rowdy, and the ceremony kind of coming to a climax, Masayo is getting more distraught. And as she gets distraught, the storm outside gets more intense. And both of you
I was
put-
wondering if
put
maybe
two and
she's
two
like
together, and you come up with the answer 4. But Hida Nozomi
Yeah,
does not
like-
see the connection.
So Tatsuo was already concerned for her, and he would want to be empathetic with her, and he would want to try to comfort her to the best of his ability if he
Okay.
can.
Just a heads up. Well, actually, I can't really because
What about-
we're in the middle of something.
What about Akuma Kage? What is his plan?
So I too want to try to calm the child. So, but I'm not so brazen or like I'm much more in tune with the etiquette of the situation. Walking up to her and trying to calm her would be a total breach of etiquette in the middle of a funeral. So instead, I'm going to try to like gather her attention to me and kind of mime out, reminding her of the moral of the story that I told her earlier to help calm her.
All right.
At least draw her attention and try to calm her from a distance.
What about Hida Nozomi? There's a storm blasting. The building's kind of shaking. The people are all upset. They're the attendees. Their energy level is pretty high. Masayo is not doing too well either. She's distraught. What are you focusing on?
Well, I have no clue that this storm has anything to do with the kid.
You do not.
So I'm just gonna basically check around the building, looking for any weak spots that
Perfect.
I might have to guard for.
Perfect. Okay. So, we have 2 people consoling Masayo as your objective during this intrigue, and 1 reinforcing the temple as their intrigue. Objective. Here we go. This is a single intrigue. You may select one of the objectives, which you have. It is going to be 4 rounds of intrigue.
Intriguing.
So,
Fascinating.
both of you consoling Maseo, you can use sentiment or theology. And I think both of you are using sentiment.
Yeah.
At least in this first round.
I was thinking about spending XP on some skill.
Well, you do that between games, not in the middle of it.
Yep, I know.
Uh,
That's why I snapped my fingers in frustration.
you need 4 momentum points, but Tarek, since you reduced her strife earlier, you already have 1 momentum point.
Okay, I'm gonna try to build on that then.
So you are already in it before it even starts. So, the consoling mate, Maseo people, you can do your TN, your sentiment check. What is your approach? We'll start with Togashi Tatsuo because you walked right up. And it is a breach of etiquette to walk right up, so you will be losing some honor. But
Fine
you are
by
a
me,
guard.
like
As a guard, you will be losing. It's only like a minor, so I think it's just like 1. Let me check.
1 honor or glory.
It's gonna
Honor.
be honor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be trifling, a trifling forfeit. So it's 1 honor, one. Because you're a guard and you're supposed to be like patrolling and doing things. So, make your sentiment. Well, give me your approach.
So, like, I want to, so the approach would be to remind her of Kage's story and remember to gather her breathing, like, show her a little bit of a breathing technique and just calm herself down. Like, in a sense. So, I would say my approach would be to.
You're stealing my story.
It's water, charm.
Hold on. Reason.
Reason, earth.
You're trying to
Yeah, I guess
reason with.
that
Okay,
works.
hold on.
Showing her breathing
Rescind
techniques.
that. Enlighten.
Enlighten, void. Okay, TN3. Make your roll.
Okay, and I will definitely spend a void point on that.
The way you
as
describe
well.
what you're doing is not enlighten at all. It's charm, it could be reason, but it is not enlighten. If you would like to re-describe what you are doing to make it enlighten, you may.
Okay.
While you were thinking about that, I'm going to move on to Tarek because I know it's going to take you a while. Tarek, Akuma Kage is trying to get Masayo's attention.
Yeah.
And you're trying to do it in a way that will not make you lose honor. So, you're going to use a sentiment check. To do it in a way that will not make you lose honor, I'm going to add that you must use an opportunity to do that properly. You must have the opportunity to get the person's attention.
Sounds like a plan. And because of how I described it, I'm assuming it'll either be one of 2 things, which is charm or trick, because I'm trying to,
Oh, I like both of those.
draw her attention and be subtle.
I like both of those. Which one are you going to land on? Which one are you going to use?
I think charm.
Charm?
I'm trying to charm her.
TN2, go for it.
Okay. Here we go. I'll keep the 2 successes and the opportunity without strife.
Boom! You made everything you needed to make.
Ooh, yeah.
Give yourself another momentum point. Back to Matt and Togashi Tatsuo. What is describe your new approach here?
So, if I am to try to enlighten her, reasoning would be to remind her of Kage's story and to...
Nope.
No.
His story is not about enlightenment at all.
I did not try to enlighten her
Nope.
at all.
Okay, what? Alright. The best way to go about it is, like... So, essentially, Tatsuo is trying to show her that she needs to take deep breaths and remember that... man.
Yes.
Of course.
That meditation can help calm you in
Yes.
stressful situations. That is enlightenment.
Mhm.
There you go.
Yeah. Man, I find that a little rude how
Deep
you interrupted
breaths is part of
me
meditation.
beforehand, Corey. That's why I was like kind of struggling. I'm like, oh my god.
I gave you time.
So-
I gave you all the time.
I know, but like it's just like.
All right. This is a TN3 sentiment check with Void.
All right, and go. Dice gods, why? I hate you with a passion.
Well, you're on Void stance, and it is an intrigue conflict, so you do not get any strife.
Well, I'll go ahead and keep all the die, and let's see what all three opportunity can afford me. I know I don't want to make myself look like an absolute buffoon.
Well,
That's for sure.
You can use 2 opportunity to provide assistance to the next character's attempt to make a similar check, so you can help Tarek.
Yeah, I will definitely help Kage.
Okay.
There's also
Kage,
the opportunity with 1 if you want to choose a ring other than Void to reduce the TN of your next check with it.
Yeah, if you don't use Void next turn.
Okay, so I used 2 die for assisting Kage, and I'll use that 1 die for water.
All right. Boom. Kage, you have assistance on your next check. Next round. Just remember that. Now we're going to Hidenozomi. Hidenozomi, you are reinforcing the temple. So you're looking around the temple, as the storm is getting more ragier.
Ragier.
As it gets more intense, you're making sure that the guests inside are comfortable and protected from the storm. Are you going to use... You can either use labor or fitness.
I don't know a whole bunch about labor, but I have good fitness.
What's your approach?
Let's see. I guess that depends on, like, the exact situation and the place. Are there, like, boards around where I can start...
You can
Shuttering things?
You can
Yeah.
hold doors closed with your rippling muscles. You can nail boards down. You can find little cracks that could get bigger and spackle them. There's the world is your oyster. Just describe how you're doing it, and we'll go from there.
And spackle is the spice of your life.
I feel...
You can take peasants and shove them into holes.
I do have a feeling the samurai class would not mind.
Monk-san, how big is your waist? Perfect.
I feel like a good first step is to shutter and latch all the windows I can as quickly as possible.
So you're gonna run around as fast as you can. Your legs will take you to do all this.
Yes.
I could see shift for water. I could see overwhelm for fire, if you'd want to do those 2.
Let's do shift. Water.
Okay, you have a TN 2 fitness check.
Oh.
Why does it say TN 2 fitness, Earth 2, Void 4? It doesn't change for Earth. Was it supposed to be a TN 3 fitness check? I don't know. I don't know which is the typo.
Okie dokie.
But TN2 fitness check.
Yeah, that'll do it. Oh, I can get extra momentum points for extra bonus successes, can't
For
I?
every 2 bonus successes, that's right.
For every 2 bonus successes, I get 1 more momentum point. Okay. In that case, I will go ahead and take the strife of keeping those explosives,
Okay.
and my 3rd die will be just a regular success. Let me put in that strife before I forget it. And boom. 2 opportunities.
So close.
Will.
You get a momentum point though as you
Yes.
shutter the windows.
Okay. I guess I'll use one of those opportunities to remove 2 strife from myself. And what else can I do here? Really only the conflict and general work. So I guess I'll use another opportunity to perform it quickly and efficiently.
All right.
That works.
So, as you run around, shuttering things, the roof is rattling, because the storm is getting more intense, because Maseo is trying to calm herself because she knows she needs to step on the snake's head to keep it there and save everybody. But she's gotten some weird advice from Togashi Tatsuo and is hyperventilating instead of taking deep breaths.
Either that or she's just extra
Bryce
freaked out
Daddy
because
loves
somebody's
being the
paying
butt
too
of
much
all
attention.
jokes.
The next round of the intrigue, Togashi Tatsuo, what are you doing?
Well, considering how badly he messed up this time, he's going to try to assist Kage in calming Maseo down still even further.
Okay, you are already assisting him. You've already given assistance.
Oh, I've already given
Yes.
assistance.
You can't give
With that
double assistance.
opportunity.
I don't think
Nope.
I'm not. No, yeah, you had the opportunity last turn.
Maybe
You gave-
can I give some advice?
Who give who?
You.
All right, I'm open.
You're much better at theology. Maybe try taking a theological approach
All right,
to calming. If
let's
that's still
do
your aim.
that.
If you want to still aim to calm her down,
Yes.
or you could. I think you can switch objectives and try to help shutter things if you'd like to. That's also an option. Up to
Or
though.
you can be like,
Well,
all of these
sh-
people are being rowdy, and you could stop them.
It's true. You're a dragon. You might have good luck calming dragon.
Well, not
Yeah.
only that, but here's the thing. You know how inept I am, like, socializing. As a person and as a player, I don't think I can do a good job at all with
Oh.
that. If I can focus one-on-one with someone, I can probably do that. With a whole crowd? No dice. So I will go ahead and use theology, water approach to try to charm her and try to continue calming her down.
Okay.
That a better option?
Theology water, you said, right?
Yes.
All right, TN4.
Didn't I use my opportunity to bring down a TN
No,
from my last roll?
You use that to
you
help
did.
me.
Void, yep. So it's going to be TN
3.
TN3.
All right. I will go ahead and use another void just to make sure I don't botch this one up.
All right, make your roll. All right, doesn't look like you botched this one up. Wait, what are you
Nice,
doing
Daddy. Give me a
exactly?
rice patty.
What's your role play? Give me some.
I'm already exhausted right now. I'm just like,
This is not a role play game. It's also a role play game.
I know.
Orwelly.
Mhm.
So you did succeed if you keep all of those dice, or just
I'm
3
planning on
successes.
keeping all these successes.
Okay, get yourself some strife.
Uh-huh.
You have an opportunity there. Underwater, you can reduce your strife by 2 if you want with that opportunity.
Right now, I am just going to use all those successes. I don't care about the opportunity right now.
Okay. So you kept all the successes. You definitely
Yes.
succeeded. You took some strife. What are you? How are you using theology?
Theology?
And
As the player
water?
character beats the hell out of me.
See, that's not. You're not supposed to. I'll invalidate this roll if you can't justify it. Meaning you auto fail because you can't justify it. You have to be creative. I'll come back to you if you can't do that. When I come back to you, I'm going to invalidate your roll because you have to give me a reason why you're using, how you're using theology, how water applies to that.
Yeah.
This is a very important part of the game.
Okay.
Kage.
Yep.
Where did he go?
So, I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Maybe he's having internet problems again.
I don't
Might be.
know.
Yeah, he's off roll 22.
All right, well, let's go to Kage. We're out of our frames, but whatever.
I'm pretty much where I'm supposed to be.
No,
At least as far as, being in the center of a box.
Oh yeah, you're in the center of a box. Let's bring you down there and let's. There. That's kind of right.
I don't know. What?
Okay, Kage. What are you doing?
I'm gonna continue to try to gain her attention, try to focus her attention down to stuff that she can control, and continue to encourage her to reflect on what the responsibility of her as a samurai will be, to take responsibility, calm herself, be in control of her emotions, and accept that it is her duty to be strong, especially now that she is in the position she's in. I'm gonna do this. Here's the thing, though. I'm debating now whether I should do, now that I kind of have her attention. I feel like I don't need to worry about as much subtlety, especially with all the stuff that's going on. So I'm gonna try maybe a little different approach to do. I want to try to use fire as an incitation, but I want to incite her with like the sense of honorable duty. You know what I mean? Like this is a part of growing up dealing with loss, dealing with your emotions. You can do this.
Yeah.
So, like, encouraging her to be brave.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. Incite means to have people act on their emotions.
Oh,
their
well then that might
desires.
not be.
Yeah.
So then maybe I should just keep with. I'll stay with water to try to keep her in control of her emotions, because that's really what the aim is here.
Sentiment 2 water check. TN2.
Okay.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna take 3 successes and the or 2 successes without strife and the explosive success.
Okay.
Oh wait, I need to roll another die. Hold on. I'm gonna roll another die real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Another sentiment die, another skill die from.
Yep.
Okay,
it didn't
It's
matter.
blank.
Okay, so let me re-roll the explosive success, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, 4
Very
successes.
nice.
And I'm going to also remove another 4 strife from her using my console technique.
Hey guys, sorry about that. My modem went down inside the house.
No worries.
Stuff happens.
Yeah.
I hear you, man.
That kind of got me upset. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Well, Kage
Sorry,
is
when it rains, it
consoling
pours
our
sometimes.
young girl.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, there
We're
we
trying to
go.
work things out.
There we are. There we go. Glad to have you back. Yeah, we figured your internet went down. Either that, or I really offended you by saying you had to
He just rage quit.
rage quit. How dare you say I have to justify my role? Quit. Gone.
Nah, it was the internet, but
Fine.
so I'm still trying to think on like how to justify my theology. Like maybe maybe Tatsuo remembers the teachings that he learned learned while he was in training at the Tagashi school, and he relays it to her to, continue trying to calm
That's
her down.
perfectly done. Well done.
Mhm.
Well done.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You
That's
get a
exactly the
momentum
kind of thing.
point. But Okomakage gets 2 momentum points.
Yeah, and I will
Which puts him
suck,
at
as I
4?
said, I will suck some strife from her to keep helping her console her more. I could technically go up to 8 strife from her. I don't even know if she has that much, but 8 strife would definitely put me over my composure, so I don't want to flip out in the middle of this and start literally raging on people. That's a bad idea, so I'm just gonna take 4 strife from her.
It's like, can't you idiots see that you're upsetting the little girl, and the
Yeah.
storm is the cause
She's
of
an
it all?
innocent little girl.
I'm just gonna like go up and smash one of the benches into splinters.
like from Stephen King's Langoliers, scaring the little girl.
So,
Yeah.
the little girl is calming the hell down,
Well, that's good.
which makes it easier on Hida Nozomi, as Hida Nozomi, the momentum requiring, the momentum for your objective is reduced by 2 as the storm begins to dissipate.
I don't even know what it started off as.
So 4. I said
Okay.
it at the beginning it was 4. So you only need
Yeah,
one more
everybody was 4.
one more momentum to reinforce the temple.
All right. I've closed and latched the shutters. Now I'm gonna check for weak joints and, like, try to, I don't know, shove stuff in. If I find any gaps, I'll try to fill them.
It's fitness. So what you're describing is kind of a labor thing. So you need more of a kind of a fitness idea of what you're doing. The other one was you were running really fast and shuttering all the windows.
Yeah.
So unless you want to use labor, you're gonna have to think of another like fitness thing.
I mean, I can use labor.
You can use labor if you like. Yes. So yes.
I just wanted to do the thing I was better at first.
So
But
you're gonna.
the only thing I can really think of right now is stuff that's more labor related.
All right. So labor. Are you going to? What's your approach? Produce, exchange, innovate, con, subsist. You could also
I don't
use.
feel like
artisan,
anything. Yeah, artisan seems
restore,
like they
adapt,
would make
invent,
more sense.
refine, attune.
Um,
So restore.
restore sounds good.
Earth labor. You can spend void if you like or not.
Yeah, maybe I should use a void.
Okay, it's a TN3.
Void gives me a ring die and an extra kept die. Oh!
Wow.
Now, if only my rolls would roll like that.
Dang.
If only all of our rolls would roll head more often.
I'm gonna keep
awesome.
what I need to definitely get my momentum point.
So three.
So, yeah, the three explosives, 3 strife,
And explode the dice you're keeping.
2 ring, and 1 skill.
Because skill dice have less strife on them. That's the only difference between ring and skill dice, is skill dice have less strife on them. Otherwise, it's the exact same amount per side of success and opportunity and explosive success.
All right, and I was on Earth, so that gives me my success in what I was trying to do, plus I will use...
I critically strike the storm.
I will use my 2 opportunity to remove 2 strife.
You can remove 1 strife.
It says any 1+. Remove 1 strife you gained from this check per
1's
opportunity.
Plus. It is
strife.
1+. I thought it was just 1. No, it's 1+. The more you know.
So I gain 1 strife.
Yes. You successfully reinforce the building so it does not collapse upon all of the patrons. It seems like the storm is dying down, but the patrons are still...
They're still rowdy!
They're still rowdy. And there are still 2 more turns left in this intrigue.
Well,
So,
I know
as-
what I'm going to be looking at.
As guards, it is your job to calm everybody down.
Mm-hmm.
Calm the frick down. So we'll start back up with Togashi Tatsuo. Are you changing your objective since the objective is complete?
Yes, I will go ahead and change objectives and try to see if I could get the at least the dragons to listen to me. It's like, hey, could we please stop being so rowdy?
So what
Like,
skill?
I'm oversimplifying what he's trying to do right now.
What skill are you using here?
Okay, so what skills are available to me for this specific role?
What's probably
Various.
a social role?
It's more of a social role.
So I look in the
Okay,
social area. There's 2 that stick out.
I'm thinking
I have
probably
a good
courtesy.
idea of what I want to do.
Courtesy is one of them, definitely.
Yeah, I do too.
Mm-hmm. So, and I'm pretty sure trying to reason with a rowdy crowd would not be a good idea, and inciting them would be would probably produce weird results. If I
You'd
were
be like,
to,
hey, calm down, you dumbasses! And they'll be like, Well, double dumbass on you!
Yeah, right.
Because they're Star Trek fans.
Yeah.
All Dragon are Star Trek fans, didn't you know?
Okay, so how about this? Like, how about this? Like, Tatsuo explains to the rest of the Dragon Clan, look, can't you see that you are upsetting Masayo? If you keep on acting this way, you're only going to make things worse when it comes to, like, negotiating with the Phoenix, who Masayo should.
That's good
should-
reasoning. That is good reasoning. Earth.
All right.
Your TN is courtesy Earth TN2.
That gives me some form of comfort. All right, I will keep the opportunity and both the explosive successes, and I will re-roll those.
All right.
Good
What do
job.
you mean roll new dice? Re-rolling is something different.
Or yeah.
Additional dice.
Opportunity.
Do
can
you want to
spend-
keep it?
You can spend 2 opportunity to learn stuff from the crowd.
True.
Okay, let's do that.
All right. First, you get yourself your momentum point as you are trying to bring down the dragon side, and it seems to be working a bit.
Mm-hmm.
They say, you're right, we really need this kid. You're right, Tatsuo-san. Forgive us. We're just very passionate about this. But, especially since the historical documents that exist showing the foundation of Chisanryo village and its position within Dragon borders makes it so Maseo was born inside Dragon lands. So you can see why we really wish Maseo to join us. She is, by the soil, a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna go to Togashi. I'm not sorry. Komakage. Komakage is next.
So, Maseo is good.
Maseo's calmed.
Yeah, she's calmer. So I'm going to turn my attention to the attendees, obviously. But I am less inclined to try to reason with people and more inclined to go into military mode and start ordering people to calm down.
Right. Hey, I have rank here, Memorial Magistrate. Calm the fuck down.
Exactly.
Right. Okay. Command.
Everybody unfuck themselves and sit in your goddamn seats.
Command.
Yeah, definitely.
Command. What's your approach? How are you commanding these people?
I'm gonna try to actually, you know what? I'm gonna try to reason with them. I'm gonna call on the honor of both of their lineages and the honor of those in the funeral procession and the love they had for each other with
And
historical context.
Corey, since this is basically what I was gonna do, can I assist him?
Yes. You get an
Awesome.
assist.
And I know you are trained in command, so I get a
Yep.
skill die, right?
2
Maybe,
magistrates.
actually.
Calming this crowd down.
Yeah. Okay. I will make my roll then. Boop.
Okay, at least there's no
good.
strife.
Yeah, I get to keep an extra die, so I will keep the 3 successes and an opportunity.
It's only TN2.
Okay, I will keep the 2 successes that I need and 2 opportunity.
There you go. Would you like to learn something from the Phoenix or from the Dragon?
I will learn something from the Phoenix.
Right. Phoenix.
And I need 2 to learn something, right?
Two
Two
opportunity,
opportunity, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, all right then. Yes, we will do that.
I'm pretty sure you overheard what the dragon stated, considering that we're probably in close proximity, so...
maybe, maybe not. I'm not gonna try to meta that.
But yeah, it does make more sense for him to be more concerned about what's up with the Phoenix, since you're obviously one of the Dragon Clan and already up there trying to...
So...
In cahoots with these dragons.
So the Phoenix say that they apologize and begin to calm down for their rudeness as well. But they do say that whatever the dragon are talking about with historical documents, the Phoenix have existing maps that show that the village of Chisanru was formerly part of Phoenix lands, and that Phoenix scrolls were found at the destroyed villa that Maseo came from. There were Phoenix. Her mother is a Phoenix. This was a Phoenix library. Maseo's a Phoenix. So that's 2 momentum points. You can put your 2 momentum points together and say that the crowd is calmed.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds like a plan.
Wham balam.
Well, I didn't do this. Oh yeah, this is it. At round 3. Both people were afraid. You got involved. Oh, since you got involved in this argument, I think y'all are gonna take this anyways. To get involved is kind of a busybody kind of thing. So everybody must forfeit honor equal to their honor rank to decline to intervene in the argument. Okay, so you all did that.
Oh.
I mean, I don't feel like we were part of the argument. We were just saying, calm the heck down.
No, you're intervening. You're stopping the argument, basically. Which you just did. Because that started at the end of round 2, trying to basically pull you off of your other things. But you were already done with your other things. So it doesn't even matter.
Nice.
So everybody gains an honor for your compassion.
Hey.
So I lose an honor and I gain an honor.
There you
Back
go.
to
That brought me back up to 60 honor, which is nice because I was feeling pretty low there.
The storm subsides and the ceremony ends. The monks are able to get control of the ceremony again and complete the ceremony. Masteo, she isn't in distress anymore, but she's not in like a great mood, but she's not in distress. So everybody starts to leave, and of course Bunji comes to speak with you as he insinuated earlier. He says, you notice that he is not alone, although Maseo's not far away. He is currently under the care of Shikayuki. As when he approaches you. So, yeah, Bunji is alone this time. Maseo is with Shikayuki. Okay. He says, I'm sure you're aware of my current dilemma by now, as I'm sure by morning the entire court will know. As you have witnessed, tensions between the dragon and the phoenix are high. I'm led to believe you are up to the challenge of what lies before me, as he gives an eye over to Shikayuki. I was hoping to impose on you further. I would like to meet with you in a more private setting with my associate Shika Yuki for breakfast in the Gardens of the Crane in the gazebo by the lake. Is this agreeable?
Most certainly
Yes.
is.
Excellent. I hope you have a fine evening. I suggest you get home before another storm starts up.
Yes.
And he'll go back to the Deer Clan and his ward.
I would like to walk with him back over to Maseo, and before I leave, I want to offer her a box of sweets.
Okay. You have a box of sweets, huh?
I have 3 left.
Awesome.
He's just like, I always have candy. Why wouldn't I have candy?
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh, sorry, I had 4 left.
Well, Mark went off. I'll keep that in mind for the future of
Yeah.
Maseo.
Future.
You're making things easier for you as things go along. Otherwise, they'll say thank you for the gift, but we really need to get back to the Imperial Guest House.
Of course. Be safe in your travels.
Polite bow. Good
Alright.
evening.
Everybody goes home. Dragon, go back to your dragon house.
Yeah. I think technically I go back to the theater, but yeah.
No, this took all night. This was...
Oh, it took all. Okay.
Well, it didn't take all
Yeah.
night, but it took all evening. The sun's already down.
All
I see what you're saying.
evening.
So then I guess I did the rehearsal earlier, or tomorrow or something.
Yeah. Oh, I brought a crab up here that I shouldn't have.
I think Tatsuo will just take the opportunity to just meditate for the rest of the night after just slumping over.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
I
way
am
more stressful than I expected.
surprisingly unstressed about this whole thing.
And if Maseo is gonna be like coming in that morning meeting, like I'll probably have Tatsuo bring Momo with him to see if he can have Maseo play with Momo.
That sounds like a great idea. So, is there anything else you're doing for the night? Yes, no.
Meditating.
Okay.
I promised Doji Shigeru that I would try to convince Ikoma Rumiko to actually attend rehearsals. Take it seriously.
Okay.
So I will just.
She actually attended rehearsal earlier today. I think. What? Why was she mad? She was mad about something. Oh no.
Not having anybody to rehearse with
Yeah,
to do
that
our
was-
lines.
Yeah, that's what it was. I'm sorry, I misremembered. Yes, she wanted me to rehearse with her, read
That's
lines
right.
with her.
Well, y'all did that today already, so y'all
Okay,
are
cool.
good.
We just kind of skipped over
We're kinda-
everything
yeah, sure,
before
sure.
the
We're moving
funeral.
faster now. We're moving
I just,
faster.
I just wanted to make sure that I
It
still followed
happened.
up with it. Whatever promises I made, I want to make sure that I'm following.
All right. We're gonna everybody does their little morning routine, unless there's something in particular you want to do that's important plot-wise.
No.
In which case, everybody can meet in the fantastical gardens of the Crane.
Okay, I'll be right back.
And since I meditated the evening before, can I take off some strife too?
I think you gain back. You go to 0 strife after you sleep.
I don't think you go to 0 strife after you sleep.
It's
Well, we
it's-
have
it's-
been doing that.
But you
Well,
go
yeah,
down.
it's fatigue that you don't heal back.
Yeah,
all the way.
maybe it
to sleep.
is. Hold on. How do you?
Fatigue
regain
you
strife?
get back slowly.
Yeah, fatigue you get
But-
back slowly. I think you do go down to 0 strife, but let me double check here. strife. Removing strife. Characters naturally remove some strife as time progresses. At the end of each scene, each character removes strife until it equals half their composure, rounded up. Strife can be reduced further through restful contemplative activities, including the pursuits of one's ninjo, pursuing a passion, meditating, or attending a tea ceremony. So yeah, sleeping just doesn't do it.
Okay.
Sleeping doesn't remove any strife. But, yeah, you can pursue your passion, pursue your ninjo, meditate, or tea ceremony. So you're going to meditate?
Yes.
All right. What approach are you using for meditation?
Let's see.
We should be using the real rules. Yeah, I did say sleeping gets rid of all your strife, but really, that's not the rule. It isn't.
I mean, we have been using it for a time, so I thought we were
that's just to hurry up the game.
Okay.
But
so
I'd like to use the real
let's
rules.
see. Martial approach to it. So I'm thinking either shift or withstand, what previously happened. Hey. So I think Tatsu will try to reaffirm that even though he kind of bumbled it up, his heart was in the right place. In trying to calm down Masayo and putting two and two together, thinking, oh, her emotional state was causing the storm, and so he's gonna try to essentially stabilize his mind to say, look, you did a good job. No need to freak out. Just. It's all over now. So he's going to take an earth approach.
Earth approach. Okay. For every success you gain, because there's really no rules in here how meditation works in this way.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I've seen. Hey, if you're out there in watching this video and you know the exact rules in the book, give me a page number. I'll love to see it.
Juvie?
Okay. So roll it. For every success you get, you can remove a strife.
Oh,
that's a very nice roll.
But if you take stuff with strife on it, you gain that strife.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to keep the opportunity, the explosive success, and the opportunity with success.
Okay.
So I'll go ahead and roll another for my success.
Yeah.
And I'll keep that opportunity as well. So
That's
three
three
opportunity
opportunity,
and
success.
two successes.
So reduce your strife by 2.
All
And
right.
with 3 opportunity.
Yeah. So,
You have a lot of options.
Recall an important piece of information not directly related to the task. Reassure
well,
another
I'm trying to focus on de-stressing. So would there be any information that I might have missed, that I might have observed during the funeral, but didn't pay it any attention?
You know what? Yes. The dragon do have more things, and I think you overheard something. You just forgot it at the time. You overheard somebody talking about the Hinokami prophecy that speaks of a child of 2 families who joins the dragon clan. Her destiny is to defeat a massive creature that will threaten dragon holdings.
So
it sounds a lot like Masayo.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
It's called
Hinokami prophecy that goes...
A child of 2 families who joins the dragon clan and destiny to defeat a massive creature.
So there is something that I would like to do because of how we are doing strife, which is, since one of my passions is history, I'm going to look up the historical context for the situation that we're going to be dealing with in the morning, try to calm myself and be better prepared for the morning to come.
Okay. Yeah, sure. You can use your passion to reduce your strife.
Okay. Yeah, it just reduces 3 strife.
And as you research history, like, in what way are you researching? What exactly are you researching here? Because there's a lot to unpack.
From a governmental standpoint, how are typical situations where the parentage is not assertive resolved by either the state or intermediary? Like,
I'm not gonna let you roll. I'm just gonna kind of give this to you. If it's between two clans, there's a couple ways this thing is resolved. One is negotiation between the two clans. Two, conflict between the two clans until one of them relents.
They duel for her.
It could be a duel, it could be a military confrontation, it could be a confrontation in court. It's a confrontation happens until one of them relents, backs down. Or three, they get an outside force, usually an Imperial like the Mia family, to get involved.
Arbitration.
Otomo or Mia.
Would there be any historical significance to setting up some kind of fosterage from one to the other? Like fostering the clan, fostering the member to serve as a member of a certain clan for a certain period of time before retiring to the host.
That's going to take a roll.
Clan. Okay.
So that's going to be government. And
or are we talking dual custody?
We can use recall or analyze for this.
I'll do recall.
Okay, Earth.
Okay, I'm going to take the success with opportunity, the success without strife, and the success without strife.
Okay, three successes is enough. You rolled before I got the chance to tell you the TN.
Sorry, and then the opportunity I'm going to use on a technique I have called Ancestry on Earth. So I'm going to look into the ancestry of the two parents and see if there is any.
You only have the one opportunity for it.
Yeah,
so...
I only need one opportunity. You know one sworn oath of the character's family took in the past and whether or not they have broken or bent it.
Wow, that's interesting. I wish this adventure had more to talk about the parents. It does not.
Yeah, I feel like with a lot of these techniques, it's like the game master just has to make something up on the spot.
Yeah. But I will give you this. First off, on your successes, you definitely know a way for one clan to have control and then move that control to another person, or another clan. This is called marriage.
So she was married.
You can give this samurai to one clan on the condition that they have an arranged marriage
into the other
clan at a later date.
Okay.
She shall
That is
be
exactly the kind of information I was looking for.
Huh?
That is exactly the kind of information I was looking for, so perfect.
Okay. On getting something on these two samurai.
So like going meta here, like I assume that these two samurai married without the permission of both clans, or
Yeah.
It was a secret marriage.
Basically, they just went, "Hey, we love each other, let's get married," and they were like, "Why even bother to tell our parents?"
Society, I tell you. Ugh.
It's one of those things where you have another. You know that joke where a guy has two families, just doesn't tell each other that.
His secret other wife.
Scandalous.
So your technique tells you about something of
an oath.
It says one sworn oath the character's family took and whether they broke, bent, or kept it.
Well, I could do the cop out and say, yeah, they married somebody that they shouldn't have.
That's not an oath.
Unless one of them was previously like arranged to be married and broke
Yeah,
that
and that would
marriage
be
to do
breaking
that.
an oath.
That would be. It doesn't say any. Man, I wish there was more information here that I could go off.
If not,
of.
I
it's
guess
cool.
they figured both of these people are dead. We don't have to tell you anything about them.
Yeah, these guys.
Yeah.
Screw them.
That's fair. If
I'll
it's not
give
really applicable, then what I can just use it on
I'm gonna give
like
you
something
something.
else.
I'm gonna give you something. So Shiba Shiba Miku?
Right.
Yes, Shiba
Shiba.
Miku was a Shugenja. And as a Shugenja, there is a precedent for talented Shugenja to join the Phoenix, even though there is a heritable connection that exists with other clans. So, even though there are even though Shiba Miku is a Shiba, she might have been from another clan originally, or a Ronin.
You mean... Oh, okay. I thought that you meant she may have been from a different family.
Well, she is part of the Shiba family, which isn't a Shugenja family.
Yeah, Shiba being born with the ability to cast magic is exceedingly rare, like almost non-existent.
Well, Shiba Noe is with you, but
Yeah, we got two exceptions.
we got two exceptions right here. But yeah, she is rare, and because of that, she had to swear oaths to Asawa, the Asawa Shugenja school.
Perfect.
Because it is expected of Shugenja to just join them. That's how it
Yeah.
works.
But there are other clans with Shugenja.
Mm-hmm.
But the Asawa take their role very seriously, and there is precedent. Corey's 100% sure, correct. There's precedent for people sending their Shugenja, especially particularly talented or like out of control Shugenja, to be sent to them for like refinement training.
Yep.
For continuing training, and they swear fealty to the Asawa.
So, everybody is at the breakfast in the gazebo in the Fantastical Gardens. The lake is still and clear, and heavy snowfall blankets the area in white. Just ahead, a finely crafted gazebo overlooks the water. Inside, Bunji, Yuki, and Masao sit before a delicious assortment of foods, and Bunji waves as you approach, beckoning you to join them. Yuki offers you a gentle smile as you enter, but returns to her meticulous work on an origami creature. Masao sits next to her too engrossed in Yuki's folding to notice you. Please, have some food. I have created a great breakfast here for you.
It looks delicious, thank you.
Of course, when he says he created it, he just got people to make it.
Yeah.
He
Obviously.
made the menu.
I have selected a delicious breakfast.
Minions, this is what we'll be having?
None of it is from the dollar menu except for the one thing of pancakes.
Miyabunji seems tense as you make yourself comfortable.
I'm not shocked.
She will finish her origami, and it will be an origami lion, and she will present it to Kage.
Wait, Masayo does?
No, Yuki.
Yuki. Oh, Shika Yuki.
She's been making an origami thing as you guys eat.
Sounds like the deer is smitten with the carnivore.
I bow very, very respectfully, and I will follow polite etiquette. This isn't necessarily a gift, so I don't know that I should actually refuse the offer necessarily. But I will bow graciously and give her a very polite smile as I take it.
So yeah, once you're seated, she quickly completes her origami, which is a representation of the clan of the PC who impressed Bunji the most yesterday. So you get a origami lion.
To add that to my carriage.
Miyabunji seems tense as you make yourselves comfortable. Yuki speaks softly and says, "Please partake of this generous meal provided for us by our gracious crane hosts." As you begin eating, she speaks. "I have seen this moment for many weeks now. I'm glad you've chosen to join us. I will not waste your time. I have seen that Bunji may benefit from your expertise in regards to the child's placement. Are you willing to aid him?"
Yes.
To the best of our abilities.
Of course.
Excellent. I assume you know of what I'm asking of you. Miyabunji has rescued this child, and she in turn has rescued him. But since her parentage is in question, since this marriage of her parents was not official, her future is unknown. And it is up to Miyabunji, as ordered by Miya Satoshi, to find the best place for Maseo. What he is asking of you is to find the best place for Maseo between the dragon and the phoenix. Is there any questions you wish to ask? Anything?
I know. So I'm thinking about having Tatsuo state this, that that he would feel that Masayo should have a say in where she would want to go, like under the a Bushido tenet of compassion. That, considering that she is able to think of where she wants to be, it would like we should take into consideration.
Miyabunji will put down his chopstick, and he will say, "Togashi-san, did you pick your parents? Did any of the people here pick their clan?"
I was born into the dragon.
This, where we are, is a result of our parents and the decisions that they made before us. The same as with Maseo-san, or Maseo-chan. She, her destiny is in our hands, and we need to do the best for her, especially since she is simply a child at this point.
I take a bite of food, savor it for a moment, and then just remark, Maseo seems to have quite a connection to the kami.
He will nod. Shiba Yuki will speak up. She says, her mother, Shiba Yuki, or Shiba Miku, was a Shugenja of the Phoenix clan. Her father was a dragon warrior named Kitsuki Takai. And they lived, they would go and visit Chisanryu, or Chisanru, which was a long-forgotten hidden village among the eastern dragon provinces. Bunji says, well, it's not hidden anymore. When I went to deliver the dragon's invitation to Winter Court, I decided to do a little cartography in the area, and I rediscovered the village. And Maseo at the same time. Maseo was being raised by the peasants there as her parents had died in an avalanche. And yes, she does definitely have a connection to the kami, as I've seen her play with the kami.
She seems rather gifted.
She deserves to have the best training that she can get, which is why I am considering giving her to the Phoenix. But the dragon do have a strong claim to her as well, as by my maps, Chisanru. Yeah, Chisanru is within dragon territory. I suggest you go speak with both of these contingents and get to the truth of the matter. Understand everything from all of the angles. Shibuyuki will interrupt and say, in fact, if you like, there is the perfect time to go see both of them. Miramoto Kazuha and Asawa Yoshiko have agreed to participate in a Kamari tournament she is hosting later this morning. Maybe it can ease the tensions, cause cooler heads to prevail, and you can get some information from them.
I could use some calisthenics.
Excellent.
What were those names?
Miramoto Kazuha and Isawa Yoshiko. These were people that were at the at the funeral last night.
Sawa what?
Yoshiko.
Okay.
Build some rapport with these people.
All right. And the Kamari tournament is happening today?
After breakfast,
After breakfast, okay.
in the Crane Courtyard of Kyuden Doji.
Okay.
Lovely place.
It seems like a good opportunity.
Excellent. I am happy to have all of your help in this.
We'll take this decision quite seriously, as the fate of a child lies in the balance.
Maseo, don't play with your food. Well, why don't you go play with the puppy over there, and she'll go, and she'll run off and play with the puppy.
With Momo?
Yeah, with Momo.
All right.
Okay. Is there any other specific things you'd like to ask?
I can't think of anything at the moment. A lot of my questions have kind of been answered. I feel that I would have to speak with, or I would have to have Tatsuo speak with. Also, what was her name? The Dragon Clan Embassy Magistrate,
Oh,
Kitsuki, and Tomoyo Kitsuki, or head of the Dragon Delegation.
Oh, Kitsuki Tomoyo.
Tomoyo, yes, Kitsuki
Yes.
Tomoyo.
Kitsuki Tomoyo. Okay. Okay. If nobody else has any questions, you can.
I do
Someone
have a
in
question
particular.
for both of them
Yes.
about the birthmark.
Okay.
Have you noticed the birthmark on her just under her right ear? A mark
Yes.
of favor from from the fortune Yamakaze.
They say yes, it is odd. And you bring up Yamakaze, and they say, yes, it appears she has Yamakaze's favor, a blessing, if you will.
She is destined for great things, regardless of what we decide today.
Still, she is within our care, so let's make sure she gets to those great things. All right, that'll be it for this game. 2 experience point game. I hope you liked this introduction to the Scroll and Blade.
Yes, it is very good.
I think it's much better than Winter's Embrace. In fact, the intrigues in here are fleshed out more. There are some places in here that I think could be better, but overall, like, there's a clear goal.
Yeah, there's like actually something to do.
And there are stakes.
And it's interesting.
Yeah, there's
like,
a child.
Yeah, right? Like, hey, let's make sure nothing bad happens to the kid. And also that she doesn't blow anyone up.
Incidentally.
All right, guys.
I agree. It's very good.
If you're at home watching this, thanks for watching. You obviously liked it since you made it all the way to the end. So hit the like button. Check out my Patreon. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.